Ta-da! It's us.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Fancy meeting you here.
I know.
Cheers. It's Friday.
Cheers. Oh, wait. That's not right. Stephanie, do you hear that?
What is it?
It's... It's the gas sipping sound of the Kia. You can't even get it out either. Sorry, we're a little tired today.
It has been one of those weeks. Those EVs are gas sippers. So thank you very much for mentioning our presenting sponsor.
I could have done it without the coffee. All right, that's fine.
That was so good. Thank you very much, Cayman Islands Kia. We are going to be broadcasting live over there on Monday for President's Day.
Oh, yay, that's great.
Yeah, yes. So you can
Who are you dressing up as?
Which president?
Yes, which president?
I think I'll go with my Abe Lincoln top hat.
Yeah,
it's kind of my favorit. You know,
there's
me
some
and
presidents you can't really dress up
Nope.
as. It's just not PC.
Taft. I'm just going to be fat in a tub.
Oh my God. Or like, I'm Buchanan. Like, who? The one notoriously known to be a homosexual.
So welcome. RTB has joined us with vigor and vim this morning.
Tons of useless knowledge.
I love it. Well, thank you for driving in from Provincetown this morning. Good morning, Carol and Ricky. Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh, yeah.
It was foggy this morning on your way in, huh?
Yeah, I got to use my fog lights.
Oh, you fancy.
It came with the car. I didn't choose it.
Good morning, Junior.
I would have added it. It's kind of cool.
The fog light?
The fog lights, yeah. Everybody thinks that I've got high beams on. I'm like, no, here's my high beams. Boom. And then I'm like, back off. Don't get me started.
We have so many great things. Let's start off by the amazing piece of art that you shared with me because it was haunting and very amazing that I started watching this morning. And we got sucked in before we were rudely interrupted by my life upstairs.
Yes. So what happened was this morning, early morning, like let's say 1:30, 2 o'clock, I couldn't sleep. So I would sometimes go on to FB, because I call it something else. And I was just scrolling, and my brother Dan posted something that was posted by a friend of his, and it's this artist named Ren, and he's from Wales, UK. And he just put this song out on YouTube 2 months ago, and it has 5.3 million views. It's
an incredible song.
It's hard to talk about. It's called Hi Ren, and it's a body of work that he's worked for a while on, and it's just artistically beautiful. I mean, he's got amazing,
You're getting misty talking about it.
Yeah, I know. Guitar picking skills. He does this rant. He does this rap, and it's like one side's him and kind of his bad side, and then his healthy, getting, the mental health care that he needs. Suffering from an illness, a chronic illness for a number of years.
It's that conversation we all have with our own selves every single day. Yeah. Your inner monologue, your inner dialogue that he was doing out loud with himself and then his out loud self.
Yeah. So I don't know if Ren will
I
don't know if we'll ever see this or hear this, but
it was pretty fantastic. It was good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting in your feels.
Well, it's totally, it's stuff that I've been avoiding for such a long time.
Yeah. I think all of us are like that.
Because we do have these chronic things that aren't not as intense as his. I know. But she just sees the tears falling down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it together. Because it's just powerful. It's some powerful stuff. And we haven't finished the video yet.
We're like 3 minutes into the show, and we're kicking it off with a bang.
Yeah, well, there's a moment where he puts his guitar down and he starts talking.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that part. Yeah, we stopped it at a high point in the video to deal with the morning in my house, which is everybody missed the bus. My dog wants to be downstairs because she smells RTB. She's like, making those dog noises.
She also smells Rocco.
How do I get at him?
All over me, But I went down a little rabbit hole with that, and there was actually a therapist who was watching it and evaluated it, and I got sucked into
See
her
if you
commentary.
can type in the chat where people can find it on the other one.
Yes.
So that you can see what we're talking about in this piece, because I think it's pretty incredible for anybody that's struggling with any space in their life. I think it's just really important that you see this and address this.
I'm copying on one computer and thinking that I can...
Too many screens. We all suffer from it. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Lou. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you all so much for joining us. So yes, we're here. It's Friday. Oh, I got to give a shout out to MBR Cleaning. Their services have weekly service, bi-weekly, deep cleans, and you can call them 508-280-0605, online, mbrlandscaping.com. That's where their cleaning service is. Also, hi, Amy in Florida. I hope you're enjoying your time away. I think a lot of people are going to go on their time away this week as it's February vacation. So I know a lot of families are trying to get away, do something fun. I tried to take the kids tubing. They were completely sold out. I should have thought ahead of time, but it's not often I have a Friday and a Saturday off. So I've chosen to celebrate that with just wearing my PJ pants today. And that's what I'm doing.
I will make one other comment on that.
Your video?
The video, yeah. Yep. The higher end video, it does deal with a lot of mature subject matter and mental health issues. So if anybody is very sensitive to that, or if there's certain things that might be triggering to you, I would suggest not watching it, or watching it with people that you have support with, because it can be very daunting, especially when he's talking very frank about some things.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
All positive, just about trying to get better at ourselves and respecting all these human beings that are here with us. It's great. Yeah, I love it.
It's heavy, but it's good, and it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, and there's another group called I forgot the name of them. I think it was the Cartier group or something like that. They're a group of guys. I don't know where they're from, and they were watching the video. It was a video of them watching it, and they were just blown away too. And they're like, well, this is listed as folk. I'm like, but it's and everybody's like, no, it's got like rap, it's spoken word, it's sung.
This is like Feelings Friday. I already
amazing.
cried this morning over Bruce Willis's wife posting a montage of their summer together, and I was like,
yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it was just
Maria
that
Shriver did another shout out to them and talked about, thank you, for sharing this and putting this out there. It's good to have that conversation, but also the thoughts are with them. It's really
that's a lot. Just yesterday, Bruce Willis's wife announced that it's a very specific kind of aphasia that's there's no treatment for it. Frontotemporal dementia, where basically he's just going to wither away and not remember any part of his life, which is like so super sad. I can't imagine that that's the way you go out, and it's quick and it happens progressively faster. So super sad. Yeah, I know. So I'm like, I've had my morning of cries this morning. So we're going to get more positive from here on out.
Oh, yeah, we will.
For sure. But we just have to get our morning cries away.
You gave yourself a home perm, burned your hair right down to the roots. Let's pull up that picture.
Did you know that I was like the practice for my aunts in hairdressing school? Did you not even know that was a real life thing?
I could feel it.
So my mother has 5 sisters, and 2 of which are hairdressers, and they would always practice on us. I mean, having 35 cousins, and we were the oldest, so we were the practice. I mean, I got the perm. I got the crimp perm. Oh, yeah. Oh, nothing says wonder like a freaking crimp perm. Bet you didn't know that existed.
Well,
it did.
I wanted to get my hair done like Simon Le Bon in '83.
Yep.
And the only way I could get my hair to stick out like that, they told me, the hairdresser was like, you need to get a root perm. And my mom was a hairdresser, and she's like, you're not doing that. She's like, that is altering the roots in your scalp. And of course, hindsight, I'm like, I'm going to be bald anyway. Both grandfathers are bald, so bald you can see their thoughts. Why wouldn't I just do a root perm just to look like Simon Le Bon?
Hey, Greg, thank you very much. He said White Claws for everyone with capitals. So it's an extra kind of day today. Shandy, thank you so much. Gianna, good morning. Gianna came out ice skating with us at the Charles Moore Arena. That was a super fun night. We had a lot. It was an interesting night. A lot of characters out that night.
Sure. Was Greg there?
Yeah, Greg was not there.
Oh, he wasn't.
I didn't get my Greg fix this week.
He was too busy with the White Claw in the corner.
Probably.
Eating queso and chips.
That's it.
Okay. Speaking of White Claw, my carnival renters. They canceled, and then boom, like that. I got another rental.
There you go. Done.
It's like, Carnival's just so popular,
It is a bleep show. If you've never been to Provincetown during Carnival, I suggest that you go at least one time. just to take in the sights and the sounds and everything that comes along with it. But it's usually the most blazing freaking hot day of the year. I remember there was one,
raining and really crazy.
I was like, I had like heat stroke, and I was laying on the front of the Anchor Inn's yard because my friend was staying there, and I'm like, it's so hot, I can't move. I was like sweating off my carnival makeup. It's not cute.
Yeah. You've really got to be creative when you think about what costume you're going to wear based on the theme. What was it? We had one that was like some kind of like underwater thing, and I was Poseidon.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, we were matching it. Was that the year that Billy Porter was there? Because I was there that year.
Yeah, he was.
I think I was also a similar version. I had a blow up dolphin with me that I carried around town. That got a lot of use. A lot of people wanted to ride her.
Well, my brother Matt made that costume. He was so upset that I didn't win the contest.
Oh, because it was good.
It was really good. I mean, I even dyed my hair, my beard, which is
that was
huge.
Going all in then.
Yeah, that was going all in. It was like this bluish purple hue. Yeah.
That seems fun.
It was cool. I had a spear.
Yeah.
But the fork parts
Morning, Lindsay.
were made out of adult material.
Perfect.
Yep. Spray painted gold. As things should be. There you go. This year it's Land of Toys.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It doesn't say Land of Adult Toys, but
you don't have to imply that it's Provincetown. You don't even have to say it. You know what's going to happen.
Mommy, what's that?
Those are things that you don't answer.
Mommy has no words.
Mommy shouldn't bring us here.
Well.
There's that. Yeah. I woke up last year and I was working in 2 years ago, and I was working in Hyannis at the time, so I had to go back for the morning show. So you should have seen the streets that were littered, and I feel like that was woodland creatures or whatever it was that year, that particular year. So there were just, I don't know who went home with clothes on, because they were all left in the streets. I woke up at like the Walk of Shame street cleaning time, where everyone was out kind of cleaning up. There were fake little bows and arrows everywhere, G-strings everywhere. It looked like something out of Vegas. I'd never seen anything like it before. I was like, this is an amazing Walk of Shame. Only I have clothes on and I'm leaving this town. It made my heart happy.
That is good.
It did. It was amazing.
Yeah, because earlier you couldn't come to that party I was invited to.
Oh, remember? Right. I know.
They were male and female pole dancers.
Yeah. I was really disappointed that rainy year. I didn't make it down there. That was like a monsoon. And I forget how many it was like all Britney Spearsy type people on poles, right?
Oh my God.
No, it was all Dorothy's.
It was all Dorothy's. We had a bunch of Dorothy's.
Dorothy's pole dancing, and I missed it. I was really disappointed.
Yeah, what's it called? Blue houndstooth stuff. Looks like a tablecloth. I mean, that's all they had probably in the 20s.
That's right. Exactly. Speaking of the 20s, I saw something that was like making a ferocious comeback from the 20s. Oh, so let's talk about what is coming out this weekend. Did you see, since you like cartoon violence? Hi, I'm Rich. I like cartoon violence. What is coming out this weekend?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Did you see this?
No.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So...
Now I gotta look it up.
From the 20s, all of these patents are expiring. So your people are starting to be allowed to use these. They've gone into the public domain, and Winnie the Pooh is now a public figure, public domain. So they made a murder movie out of Winnie the Pooh that is out this weekend, Blood and Honey. Christopher Robin comes home, and all of his woodland friends are now like murderous and mad. It reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy.
Okay.
Are you looking into it a little bit? Because Mr. Cartoon Violence over there. I'm like, okay, this is what we got.
Wow.
So it looks terrifying. I don't know what you're doing to my childhood right now, which is going to make it even more scary, because I did have a very personal, loving connection with Winnie the Pooh, and now he's a murderer. So there's that.
Okay. Well, I like a lot of the cartoon bits.
Yeah. See? I knew it.
Just with they're a little inappropriate. With him and Piglet, and then another one with Tigger, and then of course, everybody can't get enough of ER.
Yeah.
Eeyore.
Thanks for noticing me.
Exactly.
I turn into Eeyore every once in a while.
I think we all
It's my alter ego.
But we also acknowledge it. We know, like,
yes.
Because we don't want to be called Debbie Downer.
I hear it coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh, God, sorry.
Yeah.
So next year, what is up for grabs in the public domain, Mickey? And within the next decade, Warner Brothers has got to watch their back because it's Bugs Bunny,
Tom and
Batman,
Jerry.
Superman, all of those are all coming up into the public domain. So the wheels are turning. This Winnie the Pooh project started last year, the minute they were allowed to start working with it. And now it's ready to go out this weekend.
Well, the other thing, have you seen, you just reminded me of something and then I went blank.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the trailer for The Flash?
No.
Yeah. Michael Keaton is playing Batman.
That's it. That's what it was. I knew someone was like, why is Noah talking about Michael Keaton? But there was something else going on that day that took over everything. I don't know whether it was Raquel Welch.
Yeah, the trailer is coming out in June around my birthday. And it's, and they do the iconic. He just was like, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Boom.
He is the Batman. When I think of Batman, I think of him.
Of Michael Keaton. And, I will say, the trilogy with, that talented actor, I forget his name, Fabulous Man, who played Batman in three movies, Christian Bale.
Hottest.
What?
I've had a crush on him since
Bale.
Newsies.
Really?
Yes.
For me, it was Cillian Murphy when he came out.
That Swing Kids. I mean, but then American Psycho came out, and I was like, I can wait for that.
Because I was talking with people about the whole Batman thing and the different machinations.
Yeah.
And, we know there's
it's not Ben Affleck. I can tell you that one.
Ben Affleck, it's affected Affleck. Get it? Sorry. The worst I will have to say is probably, who is that gentleman?
Robert Pattinson.
No, he was okay. That was an interesting piece because it was.
I didn't even watch it.
Well, it was dark. It was artsy. It was more realistic about Batman on a budget with not having tons of money.
I like that. Batman on a budget.
Totally, Batman
Sounds
on a budget.
like me.
Yeah, it was darker. Tons of rains. Like Gotham's nothing but rain and dreariness. So that was a really artsy, cool way to do it.
Yeah.
But George Clooney should have never been Batman.
Oh yeah, I don't think so either.
That was what one movie I think.
Yeah. One and done.
One and done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it was like I
don't know if that was a commitment.
Yeah.
Or he lost a bet somewhere.
I mean, he was handsome as Batman. I will give you that.
Well, you put on the suit, you're going to look handsome.
Also true. That's fair.
You can dress anybody up in a tux. You can dress anybody up in a Batman suit.
That is also true.
There you go.
I want to say good morning. Hey, Christiana. Christiana just started TikToking, which I love.
Oh.
And she just retired from the military after many years of service, and we thank her for her service. And I loved it. I got my feels a little bit with you TikToking. I want to say good morning to another one of our friends. Hi, how are you? Going to be out for President's Day on Monday. I don't know what president I'm going to dress up as, but I'm definitely going to be embarrassing Eva. So Cape and Islands Kia is where you can find me. I'll be there from 9 until noon. So swing on by and say hello. Okay, the Masked Singer was revealed. Did you see?
No, I didn't, so tell me.
Dick Van Dyke. The man is 97 years old and is still like getting up there, hooting and hollering, dancing
Kicking it
and singing.
live.
He is a wonder. I love the man. I've loved him since Mary Poppins, even before that.
It's good, clean living, positive attitude. He's a really cool guy.
Mm-hmm. But 97 years old is still kicking it.
Geez.
Isn't that insane?
It is insane.
Good morning, Dave.
Let's keep him alive to 100, please.
Please, yeah, right?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I looked at my Golden Girls shirt 3 times, and I was like, I'm going to wear it, but I wore my American Horror Story for you because I know.
The P-Town one, yeah.
Well, it's P-Town, and also because I know you like the horror genre. It is where you thrive. It's your faves.
It is.
So I appreciated Spain this morning. Did you see any of the news that is coming out of Spain?
No.
Where are my ladies at?
Uh-oh.
Spain has decided that they are going to give paid time off for cramps. I love you, Spain. Thank you for being forward thinking. Thank you for thinking of us. I wish that in my many years of having to deal with those issues that I had someone that said, you know what? You look terrible today. Go home and sleep. Go home. Take a day. Just take care of your body. We need more of that. For people to just be honest instead of lying and calling out for rando other reasons, to just be like, I need a personal day today. Leave me be. I feel like I had this culture of work for 25 years of my career where if I was ill, didn't feel good, had to care for my family, had to do something, I was supremely guilted, shamed, and verbally chastised for taking a day for myself that I had this culture of just work, and I'm not allowed to take a day off. And if I do, then I have to come up with 47 excuses as to why I had that, and then have to like put up with it. It was awful.
And that's, I mean,
was
sick
awful.
days are also for mental health.
Yes, thank you very much. So I love the fact that Spain was like, we're going to one up this. The fact if you feel like you got cramps, you don't feel good today. I want you present while you're at work. I love that. I think it's important if you're not feeling great. Take a day. Be yourself. Go do what you got to do. And I think that parlays into what Ryan Seacrest did, where he was like, look, this is not working for me. I'm not a New York person. I am stretched thin. I have most of my stuff on the West Coast. I did this. We tried this. It was wonderful. We had a great connection, Kelly. But you know what? I have to go and take care of me. You can do the show with your husband, Mark Consuelos, which, by the way, Eva and I were talking yesterday about Mark Consuelos' son, spitting image of him.
Oh, really?
And he could just jump into any soap opera that they once acted in. But I've never seen, it's a legitimate clone of his child.
Yeah.
His child, he cloned. Like, there's no Kelly Ripa in there whatsoever.
Is he interested in acting? Could he just like take over?
I don't know if he's interested. I think he's doing some small stuff right now, and they're trying to let them just be normal people at this point in time before they thrust them into Hollywood life.
Right.
Yes, you can't pour from an empty cup. Thank you so much, Shandy. I really appreciate that. I agree wholeheartedly. So yes, Ryan Seacrest exits, moving back to LA just to focus on American Idol instead of his show with Kelly Ripa.
Well, how many years has he done it? Do we know?
5, maybe?
I think it's longer.
You think it's longer? You think it's 8, 10?
Let me do a little search.
Thank you very much, because we like facts. And RTB has 400 open browsers. And is the guy
telling me
that you reach out to, though, when you need a fact, a figure, a stat, or a spreadsheet, this is your dude. This is your guy.
6 years.
All right. So I was pretty good on my 5 guess.
I thought it was a lot longer. But I guess he was just maybe doing surprise guesting or something like that. But again, it'd be interesting to see all the people there's Michael Stratham and how he wasn't having a great time working with her.
Well,
I mean, there's two sides of the story always.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I want to know the dirty dirt.
Of course you do.
I always do.
Where are those eyes? Exactly.
You know me.
What?
But what really happened? You ain't got to lie. Good morning, Mike.
Exactly.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, RPV. Meet RTB.
RPV? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello.
He's an events organizer.
Oh, okay.
And I'm loving what you're working with right now. Also a cannabis purveyor and works for in that realm. So yeah. Hi, welcome into the morning show. So what else have we got going on? Since we were talking about Disney and shows, and I saw the Cheetah Girls are making their comeback. Raven Simone and Adrienne Bailon are coming back. And I was like, I think my oldest girls loved the Cheetah Girls.
Oh, really?
It was just one of those Disney things that they were obsessed with. And good for you, Raven Simone. You are 40 almost. So I'm just reminding you.
What was that thing when she would have her premonition? She'd be like,
yes, That's So Raven.
That's
her
So
show.
Raven, right.
This was the show before That's So Raven.
Okay.
Which I totally love. Hey, Mark Penta. Thank you very much. Mark does illustrations for some of our Ted Murphy books. But the man is the most talented artist I've ever seen in my life to whip up caricatures while at an event. Huh. So he does corporate events where he'll just go and start making caricatures for people that are so amazingly lifelike. Your art is incredible.
Huh.
Thank you for sharing your talent with all of us.
That's cool.
Yes and yes. Happy birthday to Ed Sheeran today. I had trivia last night and I played an Ed Sheeran song and no one could get it. They put down Justin Bieber.
Oh my God, really?
I was like,
ouch.
They're not the same.
No.
Ed Sheeran has an accent. So what's been going on in the world of RTV?
Bless his heart. I love
the Southern came out. That's your heart.
Totally did. I'm just busy with work.
Yeah.
A lot of stress. I'm supposed to be off next week, but we have a lot of stuff still going on. I did get I should say. There's a whole team. There's a lot of people I work with that we have to fact check and double check. And, I really appreciate it because there's just a lot of different components, departments, cores that we work with.
Yeah.
And it just gets really complex. And there's two different kind of frames of funding. It's a little boring, but it's very stressful, especially when it's kind of on your shoulders to verify and make sure, everybody's been on the same page, everybody's confirmed, so it's just a lot. And we have a new director who's trying to get people on board to run a specific project. So that's been done in a
You're wrangling sheep over there.
It is. And what's nice is we have 2 accepted offers, which is great. We have 1 more out there. And then we have 2 more to go. So I'm just waiting for those details.
Shout out to all of our friends in finance right now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely thinking of you. This is not the most fun time ever. I had asked my question of the day was, what are your big plans for the weekend? And one of my friends was like, I'm working until I'm working. So she's like, for the next 30 days, that is all I'm going to be seeing are facts and figures and taxes.
And I do have to say, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But it also is just like, that video that we were talking about, the high rent.
Yeah.
It's triggering because for me, it's just like, I've just been on, survival mode since Daniel passed. And it's just, I've been engrossed in my work and engrossed in
I feel like
rental.
that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
You dump yourself into an activity to feel better.
So I'm not letting myself to have a lot of emotions. I mean, and this is this thing that we're doing here. And thank you for, for always inviting me and giving me this outlet because it's one of the few, if not the only thing that's bringing me joy.
Thank you.
And it's.
I hope we're bringing you joy.
Yeah.
And if we're not.
That's too freaking bad. No. Because we're having a great time. And we make some fun reels. I should say you make some fun reels.
Well, and if you're not having a good time and you need to air that and you want to have a conversation with us off the air during or whatever, we have a phone number and we have a grievance line.
Yay.
And you can actually leave your grievance. We might even air it. And our phone number is 855-9-LEMONS.
Is it 508?
855 1-855-9-LEMONS.
1-855 lemons. Okay.
Yep.
Huh. That's
and you can
interesting.
leave it. And I think the grievance is like press 2. Just listen to the prompts. It'll tell you what to do.
Oh,
you can air your grievances.
There you go. You can air your grievances, but you can also suggest.
Yes.
Because I'm putting in a suggestion.
For music. What you want to hear on Lemonade.
Yeah, there's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Which I got turned on.
You're such a Durrani.
Simon LeBon has a show on, and he finds these just really interesting bands and stuff that like they're not on major labels, and the music is just so awesome. So I've made a playlist, and they're one of them. So yeah.
We'll always take music suggestions. I get so bored of listening to the same thing, especially when we do play music bingo. And I feel like I'm always on the constant loop of the same music.
Right.
So if you can suggest fun stuff, dumb stuff, different genre stuff, local artists we like to play, definitely do so. And you can call us 855-9-LEMONS. Follow us on social. Yeah. We're branching Roku TV. We're at Alexa. We're on YouTube now. Woo, watch out.
Uh-oh, on YouTube.
I know, right?
Well, the other
Never,
thing, too.
ever would I think that I would be on YouTube, and here I am, streaming live to YouTube.
I know. Well, what's fun is the playlist that I had, even when you came to hang out one time, I was playing stuff, and you recognized some of it, and some of it's already played on Lemonade, which I was like, yeah, this is awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So you never know. We find inspiration everywhere we are. Good morning, Carol. How is Florida right now? I could use some sun, little vitamin D. I think if I had a sun lamp, I would be like fried right now because I'd be like, I need some extra vitamin D today. I have been working out again, so there's that.
That is so funny.
It's not fun.
Well, I just like, you need some sun. I just pull out a sun lamp and shine it on you.
Seriously, you know.
Sunburn on one face.
That's it. I'd look like a skeleton by the end of the weekend. Speaking of skeleton, did you see what they found that rolled up on the beach in Nantucket? A human jawbone?
No.
Oh, but it gets better.
Okay.
Because
Oh, wait, there's more.
Yes. It rolled up on Wawanet. It's not an indigenous jawbone. It is from like 1965. This is more unsolved murder stuff.
So we've already solved the lady of the...
Yes, the Lady of the Dunes.
Of the Dunes. And now we have to find another...
No, well, obviously,
mystery.
When a jawbone rolls up on the beach...
shit for...
I know. So when the jawbone rolled up, I was like, huh. So they found dental work that had been done and they're dating it around 1965. Do you imagine just doing your little winter beach walk and all of a sudden a jawbone rolls up. Like, no, thank you. I freak out. I'm not good. I'm a scaredy cat. I like to live in my little happy bubble.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuzzy and warm and go home to my happy house.
It was, yeah. Well, and every once in a while you get a little gem when you're watching something horror and there's just this, black comedy lyric or line
nugget of terrifying.
Totally, that just makes you laugh. Because the end of Friday the 13th, when Mrs. Voorhees shows up.
Yep.
Daniel used to do his own version next to the TV, and you'd be pissing yourself laughing. It was so funny.
RTB's husband was an actor, and he was an amazing, like a thespian actor, though, a theater actor.
Yeah.
So he would just bust out into these amazing monologues or spend hours putting together. That Mommy Dearest montage is probably one of my most favorite things I've ever watched. That is a creation.
Yeah, it was. It was a whole weekend. He did it when I was away at a conference, and I also had the pleasure of. I have the pleasure of showing it to people, but then I also had the rare moment where Devin Green, the comedian and singer, who comes to P-Town every once in a while with Handsome Ned, her partner, and they were hanging out, and I was just telling her how much my husband really admired her comedy and loved her her parody of Welcome to My Home.
Yeah.
And I showed them the video, and she's just like, I don't need to meet him. He's just amazing. She's like, he gets me too.
He was an awesome dude, and I never met him, but just through his artworks, I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
And just from your stories, I feel like we would have been fast friends.
Oh,
so we would have been one-upping each other in dramatic monologue readings, which that would have been a lot. It would have been probably too much.
Yeah, I think Cliff and I would have gone for some beer somewhere else.
We're leaving you two. Eva said we need to get bones on the on the case. She has been. Remember how I've been asking everyone, what are you watching?
Yeah.
Cliff and I are almost done with starting Seinfeld from scratch again. So
really?
I'm going to have a hole in my day. She went back and started Bones from the very beginning. She never watched it.
Oh, my God.
And I like David Boreanaz. I know he's had some other issues in his life, but I do love him. Mm-hmm. And I love their chemistry together. And you always wish for them to get together. And I'm not going to ruin for you how I feel like it ends, but...
Okay.
You guys can get down with that just a little bit. So I have to talk to you about, I started this conversation yesterday. I judge people on how they talk. And I don't mean to do it. I really don't.
You should have just stopped with I judge people.
Period.
Yeah.
There's
a whole list of categories, Stephanie. Come on.
I try not to do it.
Let's be honest here.
I'm a very supportive human. I
no,
really
exactly.
am.
I mean, exactly.
I celebrate differences. I really love when people bring whatever they're working with to the table. Exactly. And I'm in this wonderful podcasting group on social.
Oh, great.
And we're always supporting each other's art, supporting each other's ideas, lifting each other up and trying to help each other get through things. But there's the one woman who is one of the administrators for the podcast group that makes me insane. And it's nothing that she personally does. I really feel like she intentionally cares about people.
Right.
But she seems so fake AF. So fake. And she sounds fake. And she talks like this. So yesterday she was leading a meditation. And she was wondering what everyone was thinking. And I was like, I have to shut it off, shut it down. I can't even be in this group because I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk, and she probably means really well, but it was so affected. And she had this like Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, whatever mask on. You know when people do those filters on their faces? So it was like heavily fuzzy and washed down. And she's trying, but when she lifted up her hand, you could see how old her hand was.
You know who else?
Because filters don't filter your fingers.
They don't. I mean, that's like putting gauze in front of the lens and you still can see all that.
No, Lisa, I wish her fingers were sparkly fingers because she didn't. They looked
sparkly fingers.
They looked like when Snow White, when the apple got shut off and all of a sudden you saw what the evil witch actually looked like and it was terrifying. Like that's what her hands looked like. But then her face looked like a fuzzy little bear.
Well, it's with all the celebrities or anybody that has had work done.
Why?
When they've had work done here, they forget they get They got to hide these.
Honey, your hand, like, dip that. You need some wax. You need some extra paraffin. I don't know.
Because you end up turning into that character Susan Sarandon was in The Witches of East.
Yes.
Completely shriveled up.
Yes. That is exactly it. And I didn't mean to yell at you, but yes.
At least you didn't hit me.
Right. Yes. One of these days I'm going to lose it.
You totally are.
But seriously, I felt like such a supreme jerk as I'm sitting there trying to be supportive, but I just removed myself. I removed myself from situations in which I know I'm going to be offensive to others.
Yep.
And I think that we should all practice a little of that.
If you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to say something wrong, or you're going to hurt somebody else.
Yes, it is their neck too.
That's
so
it.
like I don't care what it is that you do, but don't just slap a filter on the this part. Because everybody can see the this part.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Even going to events, and somebody wants to offer you a ride, there's no free ride. There's always an emotional cost.
Yeah. I like this.
You are trapped.
You are the friend in which I will just call and be like, blah, 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 blah. Give like the total truth, the facts, the worst part. And you'll be like, there's an emotional tax, Stephanie.
Exactly.
It's like, you're right.
Can you afford that emotional tax?
I know. You're like, that's not worth the emotional coins.
That's what
deal with it.
And that's from Daniel. He used to say that about emotional coins. You know, and the other thing too, I mean, getting back to
there
the
with
whole
my pockets outturned.
event, there you go.
Nothing.
I got nothing. I'm empty. And that's okay to take that break.
Yeah.
You know, and I get trapped a lot on these sunset cruises that are fundraisers.
Yes.
And it's like you're a trapped audience. And there are people like, oh, it's only 2 hours, or it's only 3 hours. I'm like, you got to tack on another hour and
listen,
hour and
Gilligan,
a half on it.
I don't know what's going to happen once I get out there, but listen, I'm not interested.
And people get all excited and think, oh, yeah, we're going to party. We're going to have a great time. And then they're the one puking off the side of the boat. I don't know.
I need to go to more of your fundraisers. I'll take that.
Well, I remember one year during Bear Week, we were on the Bear Cruise, which is not a fundraiser, but it's just a big party boat. But it's still way too long. But we were taking pictures all week.
Yeah.
And Christine was like, "Do you guys ever wear shirts?" Because we were always all our pictures. We were just wearing our bathing suits.
Yeah.
Or shorts. We weren't wearing any shirts. And it's just like, it was a wonderful week. You get great weather here on the Cape.
Yeah.
In the winter. In the summer.
My son runs like a wolf. I'm used to being shirtless. And in fact, my friends, it's a running joke on social media. They were shocked. Whenever he does wear a shirt, they're like, wow, he does have clothes.
He does have clothes. And those are nice. That's a nice button up.
But listen, we live across the street from the water. I love the fact that they can just run out and be in that water.
Oh, yeah.
My husband was like, well, what if we sold this place and got another place and we can get a pool and a hot tub? I'm like, ugh, maintenance. I don't like that. If it's maintenance, it's not for me. I feel like we need to accept who we are.
I'm enough maintenance.
Exactly. I am the most amount of maintenance. I don't need to maintain a pool and a hot tub.
I don't want any deterrence from you maintaining me.
God.
It's all about Stephanie.
Let's be honest here. I'm a lot. We can outsource the other things because you have to deal with me.
You should just become really calm and just say, Cliff.
He'll think he'll think I'm planning something.
I need you to really think about this.
If I am that person, he won't know what to do with it.
Well, that's the reason why you do
I think that'd be that's a horror movie to him.
Do you really want to put that much strain on you?
He would lose it. He would lose it if I was that person, and I all of a sudden was just
Can you imagine if you went to any kind of stress reduction classes and learned how to have that kind of behavior?
I mean, I do know how to do it.
Oh, you rarely have to do it. You can only do that for how long? Maybe an hour?
Basically. We went to Canyon Ranch. And it was absolutely amazing.
It is.
But it was like I went there and I just got the benefit because another one of my coworkers at the time was having a mental breakdown. And so the boss was really, really nice. And he was like, all right, I'm going to send you to Canyon Ranch. And I was like, he's like, Stephanie, we're also going to send you to Canyon Ranch because, whatever. So it was like a tale of two vacations. They went and like had massages and left after a day.
Yeah.
And Cliff and I were there fencing, biking, outside cross country skiing. I took meditation classes.
Out there.
100%.
Yeah.
And this is my brush with Chris Noth.
Oh,
yes, I ever tell you this story?
Yes,
I told you.
Yes, you did.
Where we were at a buffet. We're at the salad bar. I'm getting all ready. My husband comes back disgusted. My husband is a germaphobe. And he was absolutely violently disgusted. This man, he put his hands in the salad. I can't eat. We're going to have to order something else because I can't eat. Well, who's the guy? Like, now I want to know. Because I want to see. Like, I'm very curious. And I look over, it's freaking Chris Noth. And I was like, which one did he touch? Because I need to eat it. I was obsessed with Mr. Big, and now he's canceled because he's actually a disgusting human.
There you go.
And, you know, my husband's disgusto radar was right. He is a disgusting man. We've moved on.
Right.
Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Loomis. Our phone number is 1-855-9-LEMONS if you want to give us a call.
Is that Dr. Loomis?
Loomis Chocolate.
Oh, okay.
He is an amazing performer. He shows up with us to Knockabout. We're at Knockabout for open mic.
I remember seeing him.
From 11 to 1, and he comes with his cast of characters. And every single week there's some
Are they cartoon characters?
Oh, he's a cartoon, all right. I'll tell you. He's great. Our first week that we were there, he sang a song about truck stop pork chop.
Yes, I remember.
Remember, we were broadcasting live, and really it turned out to be about hookers. And I had children singing along about a truck stop pork chop. So,
hey, it could have even taken a much different turn.
It definitely could.
Because a lot happens at truck stops.
Mm-hmm. He was a non-dairy farmer also. So he sang songs about alternative milks.
Wow. Okay. Right. Rock on.
Yeah, I definitely am such a champion of the arts in any form it brings me to.
Absolutely.
And he always pushes the envelope in some fun, funky ways.
I love it.
He sang a song about the guy that got sucked up by the whale and spit out. He made a music video about it.
Really?
Yes. I need to share it in our chat afterwards. Will you remind me?
I will remind you.
So that you can see Loomis's video about the whale that spat out our lobsterman from Provincetown.
I love it.
And it's creative. It's funny. I feel like we need to do more flexing of our creative selves.
Yep.
Wherever we can.
Well, those are great releases, and there's a lot of passion and personal interest.
Right.
And you know,
just as long as I'm not in the group chat mocking you and being a jerk, it's fine.
No, exactly. Well, believe me. Hello.
Well, I'll show you the video. Yeah. You're gonna be like, yep, Stephanie, you were absolutely right to be a jerk. She is a lot.
Well, it's true, and those are the conversations that we say. We keep them either in our inner mind or we share that at home in the living room.
I try my best.
I know, and we have those moments.
Can't do it.
Well,
Can't
sometimes
do it.
There isn't, but
I had a good laugh yesterday where our friend Betsy was watching our live video, and she zoomed in on that corner of the rock that's over there. And she was like, "Do you have a breakfast sandwich wrapped in Lemonadio merch?" And I was like, I really wish it was a breakfast sandwich at this point.
Because I'd be digging into it right now.
You know you've made it when you've got breakfast sandwich merch.
Exactly.
One of these days, RTB, one of these days.
I was just going to say, what would be on your breakfast sandwich?
I am hangover food, McDonald's, biscuit, bacon, that weird folded over egg for whatever reason. I don't think it exists in real life anywhere. I don't know. No one makes scrambled eggs like that.
No, it's not.
It's not. They're probably powdered eggs. And then the cheese. And then it's the orange cheese. It is just my childhood. I love that biscuit sandwich.
Does it still taste like childhood? It doesn't to me.
No, it tastes like getting over a hangover now. That's
go.
very different.
And I won't say it tastes I won't say McDonald's because I have not eaten McDonald's since 2003.
I'm about there with you.
It's been 20 years since I've been.
Oh, high five.
The eating, what was it called? It was a documentary. The guy ate nothing but McDonald's and gained all this weight.
My super size me?
Yes. So I did that. I watched that, but also I was in a Harvard School of Public Health study. And that is what helped me first lose a lot of weight very fast.
Okay.
Because I was on a Mediterranean.
How do I get in the study?
It was a Mediterranean diet. It doesn't exist anymore. But it was pretty cool. But back to the breakfast sandwiches. When I went there, I used to love the sausage biscuits with egg.
Yep.
But I like having it with a milkshake.
Okay.
It just the consistency in my mouth.
Shamrock shake.
Nope, chocolate milkshake. And Shamrock shakes really just. They were nasty.
It's vile, but it's a cult following. It has a following.
The problem or the challenge with needing or wanting a milk chocolate shake.
Nobody ever needs it.
With the sausage biscuit with egg is they never had the shake machine on. They didn't do it until lunchtime. So they were like, well, we can turn it on, but you're going to have to wait another 20 minutes. I'm like, forget it. I'm not getting anything by it.
So that's it?
That's it.
Just got to wait for it, and then you won't want it anymore?
No, my personal needs need to be addressed immediately. Thank you very
right
much.
now. Good
That's
morning,
it.
MK. Good morning, Mari. Coffee milkshake from Bliss Brothers. That's a game changer right there.
Where is Bliss Brothers?
My childhood home in Attleboro has Bliss Brothers, and it is like right next to La Salette, where everyone would go for the mecca of Christmas to see the lights display at the monastery. Yeah. It's just like one of the things you do.
Yep.
And every kid worked at Bliss Brothers or wanted to work at Bliss Brothers. You worked at the ice cream place, and they made full fat dairy farmed cow ice cream, and it was just ridiculously good. It was absolutely, they made the best fraps. The best, right? Exactly. Yes, Murray.
Sounds good.
It was good. Good morning, Kathy. MK.
Good morning, Susan.
Flattened.
I just loved your comment.
That's it.
I miss Susan.
I know. Well, I talked to her this week. You said you were going to come and pull cards for me. I know you have like a physical thing coming up, and I know you've got surgery and whatnot.
But it's all about me.
But really, I need my cards.
You can make her wait. Make her wait.
Penguins and Sandwich sells. Oh, very good to know. Penguins Ice Cream sells Bliss Brothers ice cream.
Ooh, wow.
Excellent. Right. I think Coonamessett Farms also does in Falmouth. I like to know where my Bliss Brothers are.
I'll have to check to see if Susan's going to be in P-Town tomorrow or next Saturday.
Yeah, you're due for a reading too.
And next Saturday I've got people visiting. Maybe they'll be interested. I can bring them all in for a tea reading.
Oh, yeah. I love her tea readings when you get a chance to. And she's happymedium.com, I believe, is where you can find her and find out what she's got going on. And if you want a reading yourself or have your tea leaves read, she's amazing at it. I also want to let you know, if you're just joining our live, thank you so much. Oh, she's like, I'm sorry. LOL. Today. Yay. Our number, 8559-LEMONS. You can give us a call. There's also the grievance line, so you can leave your grievances. So I looked at some commercial property yesterday with our friend Mari.
Yes.
And I'm very excited at the possibilities of what is going to occur. So it's just bizarre to me that I'm a business lady.
You are.
I don't know
always
where
have
that
been.
happened. That is true.
You always have been.
That is true.
Exactly. Now you're owning it and accepting it.
Yeah, it's taken me a while. The evolution of Stephanie is getting there. I'm finally growing up, kids.
Yeah.
Ish. And
that's great.
My kids would be laughing at me right now. No, you're not, Mom. You're definitely not. Evolving, maybe. Growing up, no. Still that childlike mentality. So what have you got on tap for the weekend? Are you going to try and like relax and do some fun stuff?
Yes. Yes, I am. That's right. I have someone who used to be at our center where I work, and she graduated and now is working in Cambridge area and lives in Charlestown. Mm-hmm. So we had brunch a little while ago, and I was telling her how I was going to be off this coming week. And since it's a long weekend, she's like, do you mind if I come? Because we talked about her coming to visit, and she had to cancel about 6 months ago because she was sick. So I was like, yeah, come. So she's going to come. She's going to bring her dog. So her dog is going to be able to meet Rocco.
Oh, awesome.
And that'll be fun because we'll go over to the dog park. Yeah, so she's arriving sometime probably Saturday
You live in
afternoon.
such a great area in P-Town where like it's just a great walkable space where you can walk the dogs, just hang out, generally enjoy the area.
Yeah, exactly. And
very jealous.
Last night, which was Thursday night. Yeah, I'm trying to remember my days now. Yeah, I just been working night and day.
Seriously, though.
Well, also, like, I was up at 5 o'clock yesterday to get here so that I could go right into work mode. And then this morning, I got up early at 5 so that I could be here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, last night at the Tin Pan Alley, which diagonally across from where I am, they had Mai Tai and, what do you call it? The bao buns.
Oh,
and they had pot stickers. And they were like, the bao buns were $2 each, but the pot stickers and crab rangoon was like $1 each. It was awesome.
I've had their pot stickers before. They're really good.
Mai Tai was so good, but I only had one. It was so potent.
That's it. You can only have one.
Yes.
No one needs two Mai Tais. You really just don't. Does she need this?
Is this something she needs?
So SNL this weekend.
Yeah.
Did you see who is hosting?
Is it Woody Harrelson?
This I
forgot. Is it
right? Can you double check on the host for this weekend because I thought I
just saw a post on Facebook.
Right,
yeah, FB. I call it something else.
He's trying to keep it together and be politically correct over here.
I don't want to get Stephanie barred.
It's all right.
I know it's not going to be the first
used to being banned. It won't be the last either, so it's fine.
Hosts 223. All right, let me take a look here. I mean, Aubrey Prowse was on. She actually wasn't bad. She wasn't bad.
Yeah.
She's
funny at least.
Yes.
She has a personality.
Come on, where the heck is
So is it one of our Super Bowl guys that is this weekend that is going to be either making an appearance or hosting? Is it Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce is one of these nights.
Okay.
So Woody Harrelson's one.
I think Woody Harrelson's really funny. He's been canceled a couple times.
He is. You know,
he's a great actor.
Travis Kelce is. Jenny Ortega is another one.
I love her. Wednesday
So all
Addams.
three of them are going to be hosting, and I don't know who the musical guests are. Here we go. Jack White. So it's Woody Harrelson and Jack White. That's right.
That's a great combo.
Kelsey Ballerina, I think, is with Travis Kelce.
I love that you called her ballerina.
Whatever.
Ballerini.
Well, change your name. If you don't want to sound like a ballerina, then don't have it be ballerina.
I like it.
And then, the 1975 band is going to be probably with Jenny Ortega.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything new from the 1975, so.
Well, you may look it up.
I saw them at the Strand. And talk about Providence nightclubs that no one who belongs in. I like going to a dirty, dingy club where you can see a great performer for cheap money. You looked up tickets to Duran Duran. What were they? $2,000 for nosebleeds?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was, you know me, I'm a theater snob.
I know.
I'm not going to.
First row or nothing.
That's it. At least the first 3 rows, maybe 5. But that's why I don't like these large stadiums. They're going to be at the TD Garden, TD Bank Garden, whatever the hell they're calling it these days.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's whoever gets money. It's all money driven. You know, so like second row, center stage, $1,000, $1,001.50 before taxes and fees and all that happy horse stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not even the VIP package, which I didn't even read about because I'm like, I can't spend that kind of money.
No, not for one ticket.
For row 9, just 7 rows back, I could get it less at $700. But it's like, and I'm sorry, I'm an old fogey. I don't want to.
But it's like one artist. You and I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and saw everybody for that price.
There you go. And they did 3-set list. They were great. They talked emotional, talked about Andy.
Right?
Happy birthday, Andy Taylor. I'll be belated. Yesterday was his...
that's right. 62.
Oh,
so young though.
Yeah.
For going through what he's going through right now.
Yep. But he's fighting his chronic illness, and I hope he pulls through. I really do. But Simon brought him Andy's statue for being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was a beautiful, beautiful picture. So I was very happy about that. And they've been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're really still promoting their latest album, and they have been touring and doing different fests over in the UK. And now they, got picked up and they're doing a whole North America tour right now, and that's why they're at these big venues. The last 2 times I've seen them has been like at the Roxy in Boston, and the one before that was the Agganis Arena.
Okay, that's all right.
Boston University.
Yep.
It's part of Boston University property. That one was awesome because I ran into so many people that were texting me because I was in like the second or third row. And of course, we're standing and we're up in front of the barricade. And Simon actually came down. Simon Le Bon came down and sang Save a Prayer and sang it to the ladies. And then when he was done, he needed help getting back on stage. So guess who got to carry and lift up the left side of his arm and his body?
There you go. His claim to fame. He got to clear up the left side.
That's it. I cleared up the left side.
Him.
So that was at the Agganis. At the Roxy, I was jamming. I was having a great time making eye contact with John Taylor, the bassist, and just digging Nick Rhodes, jamming on the keyboard. I was flirting with the backup singer. I'm flirting with the guitarist. And at the end of it, John and Nick both came over and shook my hand. I was like, elated.
Because you have so much joy. You exude joy when you're watching a show. There are some people that are like potted plants when they go to a show, and I'm like, why are you even here?
Yeah. And they don't realize this, but my enthusiasm shows. And like in high school, I took pictures of every magazine, and I was doing Photoshop, and I was doing photos, like black and white photography and color photography. And I had a wall, like half the top of my wall was just stuff that I've replicated of all Duran Duran books.
That's awesome.
And stuff like that. So outside of my first favorite band being Blondie, it was Duran Duran after that. And I've seen a number of their concerts, and it really is. It's one of those happy places that you go to.
Yeah.
Their music is iconic and just resonates. I went to I forgot the name of the ballroom that they first performed in New York City, and it was back in early 2000. They had a 10-year or 15-year reunion, and I was part of the Duran Duran fan club. I'm sorry, I'm going on about this, but they also had a documentary
fan club.
They had a documentary crew that wanted to interview the fans. So while we're in this special room having a celebration,
nobody's better fan than me.
I don't do that. When they ask me questions, then I show
did you
them
need me?
how much knowledge I have. So they ask what song was the most influential for you, and it took me a while. I had to think, and anyway. It's my 15 seconds of fame on this documentary, and I said, "Is there something I should know?" Because that tagline and those lyrics, it just spoke to me because it was that time in my life when I was still hiding as being gay.
Yeah,
and not letting everybody know it. So that's another little close to my heart thing.
Yeah, I had a great conversation with somebody fairly recently about when albums came out and you could hold them and open like the cover albums and read the lyrics and just be part of whatever it was. We connected to music very differently, I feel like. Now it's just kind of like the one single and then you just make a playlist.
Right.
Where there was a huge story about how they crafted this album for you and put this grouping of songs together.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty incredible.
Oh, that's just a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I know.
I have my own vinyl collection of theirs that I still keep to this day. I got rid of everything else except for that.
Thanks, hubby. FYI, the number is 855-9-LEMONS. That's 855-953-6667. Toll free. Every phone is toll free this day and age. Are we paying tolls for phones? No, we just pay exorbitant prices for cell phones these days. I don't think I need to tell people it's toll free. We're not a 900 number.
Oh my God, let's stop bickering. Calm down, crazy, okay?
Well, also, did you see our number 666? So I have to say 6667. Perfect.
667. See, when you're in the foreign countries, you don't waste your time with the whole 66 or 666. 667, that's it. 22, 55, 667. You know what I mean? Get over that. My boyfriend's mother worked for telecom in Australia, and she'd be 55, 44, 33. I'm like, all right, lady, hang down.
Oh, with an Australian accent?
Yes.
That's fun, though.
Yeah.
I would just make her talk to me. That's a voice I could get down with.
Let's say, I'll give a shout.
Slap
She's
an
not
accent
listening,
on
but
it, I'm down.
Ruth she was a piece of work. She really was.
I want to hear about Ruth a little bit.
Oh,
because
my God. Well,
I saw this story this morning. American cancer patient develops what they're calling an uncontrollable Irish accent. It was out of North Carolina where, I don't know why it's uncontrollable, but I think it's great.
Not stop talking in Irish, I guess.
You go through cancer treatment, all of a sudden you're a leprechaun? Like, what happens?
And I got to go to the Shillelagh Award. Come on, let's go. Let's have a dance.
Yes, that's right. I definitely want to get down with whatever is happening over here.
Was it a male or female?
It's a male, and apparently researchers noted that the patient had no history of psychiatric disease prior to an accent fit for a scene from the Banshees of Inisherin. I think it's great. Jesus. By the way, did you watch that movie?
I did.
I can't stop talking about it.
I know. I don't understand why.
It gives a whole new meaning to throwing fingers.
All right. If that's all you got out of the movie.
Obviously, I got more out of the movie, but it was that scene that I can't unsee. You know, sometimes when the movie has a totally different purpose, but there's a scene in it that stays with you forever.
There are other scenes that are much more memorable and also a little upsetting.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Because I have a friend that really does, had a problem with it for a lot of different reasons.
Yes.
Some she wasn't willing to talk about. But some I already knew about.
I'm just talking surface, on the surface.
Yeah, on the surface.
Absolutely deeply. As you peel the layers back of how deeply disturbing this movie actually is.
Right.
Just the finger portion really it will stay with me.
Forever and ever.
And now I'm going to make several people, because they're going to want to know what I'm talking about, watch The Banshees of Inisherin.
That's funny.
And they'll see it for themselves.
Totally. By the way, I want to get back to Susan's website. It is CapeCodHappyMedium.com.
Thank you.
Oh, and we'll might as well put it in the...
Put it in the chat, friend. Put it in the chat. I just wanted to see if there was anything that we haven't covered. Oh, and we have not even been on the air. We should probably do that.
That's your fault. That's totally your fault. You're the boss, not me.
Well, the boss is complaining over there about times on the air. I should just probably be on the air. That would work too.
Yeah. I know. Whatever.
Sorry, we're working. I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Totally.
Atlanta Rhythm section. Cape Cod's Alternative. We are Lemonadio. It's RTB and Stephanie this morning. Hi.
Hello.
It's me.
It's you, and it's RTB.
I'm the problem. It's me.
It's me. It's me. I forgot what song that was, but that was fun.
855-9-LEMONS is our phone number. We also have a grievance line in case you care to make complaints like Stephanie. Where have you and RTB been the last hour? Oh, wait.
We got caught up. Caught up in a lot of drama.
We're on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and you can follow us at any point in your day. You're welcome.
That's it. Sorry you got to drive.
And I know. And we're going to be live over at Cape and Islands Kia, 760 Route 28 South Yarmouth for President's Day. And some of the things that they've got going on at Cape and Islands Kia, they're going to make your first payment if you buy. $500 more for your trade-in, and you can test drive one of their new EVs. RTB, what is the greatest part about their new EVs?
Their gas-sipping mileage.
There you go. Thank you very much. And he's not even getting paid for that.
I'm not, but I was listening. I was listening on the way in, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to do that.
Absolutely going to mock this one for her delicious dish.
It's a gas-sipping Kia. You know what gets me in the morning, Stephanie?
Is it gas-sipping EVs?
It's a gas-sipping EV. Ooh.
Just as long as when you're doing your lives, you're not putting a filter on your face and only your face will be fine with it.
Okay.
I'm still airing my grievances this morning.
You so are. Look at a couple more celebrities and be done with it.
I know. I need
Look at their hands. Look at their hands.
All right, we're going back. We're going back. We're going to play some music. You can find us online. Roku, Alexa, play Lemonadio Radio.
That was perfect.
Oh, God, so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You get to see the inside of the nonsense that happens off the air.
We're a sick bunch.
There's that. Yeah, we're unwell.
That's it. Nobody got hurt.
Right? I did see 80 for Brady last weekend.
Oh, what'd you think?
I liked it. Yeah. I laughed. Jane Fonda, by the way, did you hear her latest thing?
Yeah, with Lily Tomlin, the movie that's coming out?
No.
Oh, okay.
What she did over the weekend.
I don't even know.
So Jane Fonda was purchased. Did you hear this?
She was purchased?
Yes.
To do something?
Hold on. Let me get this whole exact story. All right,
you better get that story.
You understand.
Right. While you unpack that,
yes,
I will say that at Water's Edge Cinema in Provincetown next Friday, I hope you can come. There's the viewing of Cocaine Bear.
I'll go and see that with you.
Thank you.
I think we had a date. We discussed it, and I think we have a date.
Yes.
So Jane Fonda goes rogue on a paid date with an Austrian.
Okay.
So this Austrian buys celebrity women every year for the weekend. And like,
is it for charity or just
no?
Okay.
He buys that. I'm paying.
What does he go to their publicist and say, I want to buy?
Yes, your fee.
Shoot.
Here you go. You know, everybody, we all do appearances. If you want to buy me, you can buy me.
Okay.
Very different than this guy who's buying them for the weekend, and I'm sure his prices are millions of dollars. So Jane Fonda goes rogue during this whole thing. She doesn't do anything this man has paid for her to do. Doesn't show up at any of these events. Takes this trip to Austria and then does whatever the hell she wants to. Goes to museums, takes herself out. And now the whole reason why he has them for the weekend is so he has them as a date to a fundraiser.
To events. Yes, okay.
To this opera. It's a fundraising event. So the 85-year-old star arrived in Vienna on Monday, and she got the full welcome, a bouquet, photo op, white stretch limousine with her name on the side of it. Instead of going on with her host, the Grace and Frankie star went rogue. She refused the limo, took his private car instead, tore up their itinerary, spent Monday and Tuesday visiting famous museums and galleries without him. Now, when she finally saw him at a joint press conference on Wednesday, she admitted that she was there under false pretenses.
Oh.
And then started shredding the whole organization and funds in which they were supposed to be raising funds for as an oil magnet that paid for her to be there, and started going on with her political stuff. And I was like, mic drop.
Totally.
yes, you paid for me to be here. And yes, I'm not doing anything that you want me to do. You're welcome. I'm Jane Fonda. I'm 85 and I give no bleeps.
That's totally. None. Because that is her focus right now.
Right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of incredible. She said, I engage in civil disobedience. I get arrested.
There you go.
And like people gluing themselves to the street. More people need to pay attention. And little by little, people need to start doing something. But I was like.
That is awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I love it.
Right?
Yeah, I can't wait to read her next.
I
got to read her blog because I'm sure she's going to blog about it.
Yeah, but I loved 80 for Brady. It was really good. Even
cool.
I sat there laughing the whole time. And she hasn't been to a movie in so long that she was actually taking pictures of the screen to post on social media. And I think one of the waitresses walked over at one point to tell her to put her phone away, but she was just so happy and joyful, taking her photos, enjoying the scene, because we went to the new Falmouth Cinema Pub where they moved the armchairs.
Yeah.
So we're reclining in armchairs and we had our food there. It was it was very comfortable, very wonderful. But
just got
yes.
the damn camera out.
Oh yeah. The waitress was she was like, no. She's having fun. We're gonna let her do this. it was a Saturday matinee. It was 1 in the afternoon.
Well, luckily that's a saving grace.
And it wasn't a brand new movie. You know what I mean? It
right.
was
It's been out for a few weeks.
Yeah, it was pretty respectful, but it just made me laugh because I saw it. I saw all of it happening, but didn't say anything because she was joyful. Yep. And sometimes when someone's having a good time, it is not your job to tell them not to. You just enjoy it from the back.
That's it.
Knowing what was happening. Exactly. All right. So we've pontificated long enough. We've been here an hour.
Well,
I've got to fix this cord. It'll be fixed on Monday. Once again, I'm going to be live over at Cape and Islands Kia.
On Monday.
On Monday.
President's Day.
Yeah. 9 until noon for our President's Day celebration. And I've got to thank MBR Landscaping and Cleaning Services for our live broadcast today. If you need it cleaned, go see Bruno over at MBR. He'll take care of you. Tell him Stephanie Viva sent you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. This has been a wonderful morning.
Right. It's been a lot.
Yep. Well, it's a lovely end to the week.
Yes.
And we get to just have a great time enjoying and getting some peace, love, and relaxation.
All right. And with that, we will talk to you later. Don't forget, if you've got grievances to air, we want to hear them. 855-9-LEMONS. It's toll free.